Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a review on, or first impressions on, the L'Oreal Pro Glow foundation. This is very new to me. I got it from America a few weeks ago. It's been lying in my drawer for weeks now. I've been waiting to film these videos for my 10 days of foundation series. There will be a link down in the description box for a playlist of my 10 days of foundations. It is currently day 7 of 10 days of foundations, so we are near the end now. I thought I would review this while I was doing my 10 days of foundation to see if I like it. I am oily skinned, but I have heard some oily skin people liking this foundation, so as long as I powder, I probably will like it. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any days of the 10 days of foundation. I am uploading every day for 10 days, obviously at 8 PM UK time. I only have 3 days to go. Like this video if you are enjoying 10 days of foundation so far, and if you enjoy this review / first impressions. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. Okay, so I have washed and moisturised my face already. Okay, so this is day 7 of 10 days of foundation. If you haven't seen any of my other 10 days of foundation videos, my previous ones, I will link the playlist down below because I made a playlist on my channel. So I'm reviewing the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow foundation. I am oily combination. I mostly have an oily T-zone and then everywhere else is like normal. And then I can get dry patches, so we'll see. Claims on the back, it says finish is radiant. We're up to 24 hours, that's a massive claim. Coverage is medium, texture is air light, whatever that means. So it's a nice packaging. I bought this from the US on Ulta and had it shipped over from a overseas thing called GoSend. I'm going to do what I've been doing so far, which is prime one side of my face with the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm, and then I'm going to use a powder on this side, which is the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I'm going to apply a little bit of this. So I'm only applying it to this side of my face because I like to see how it applies with and without primer, just to see if there's any difference. Okay, so I forgot to dampen my beauty blender. I'll be back. Okay, I am back. If you can hear ticking in the background, it's my clock. It's very loud. I was thinking of taking it out of the room for when I'm filming, but I just forgot. So ignore that. I have the shade 202 Creamy Natural. I wasn't sure which shade I was going to be, but I chose, I think this is the second from lightest shade. Oh, it has sun cream in it. SPF 15, radiant finish, normal to dry skin, hydrating. I've heard lots of oily skinned people saying they actually like this. I probably will have to powder. It just comes in a squeezy tube like this. It's still got the protection on it, just to prove I haven't used it. I love foundations that come in a squeezy tube because I feel like the product comes out better and you use it all up. So I'm going to squeeze a little bit. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. It's very runny. As you see, it's going down my hand. It has quite a strong scent to it. I'm going to use my beauty blender and I'm just going to do this side. I have a lot of redness on my cheek area. So far in this 10 days foundation, I've liked all the foundations. Okay, so I think that's a light layer so far. liking it yet. It looks kind of cakey, even though I've used a sponge. It's damp as well. The colour's quite nice. The coverage is nice, it just looks a little bit cakey. I don't know if I've applied a little bit too much, but normally a damp sponge does take away some of the product anyway, but I don't know. I wouldn't say it's got a massive glow to it. I think it's just like a satin finish. It's not a dewy finish, I wouldn't say. I don't know if you're gonna see this, but it has like bubbles or lumps in the foundation. I don't know if that's meant to do that. I don't know. Right, I'm going to do this side now. It's very runny and it feels quite thin. I wouldn't say I'm putting on too much. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. I think I prefer it on the brush side, which is strange because I do love how the Beauty Blender applies foundation. I'm just going to add a tiny bit more. I've been suffering with pores around my nose as well lately, so we'll see if it goes into the pores. I think I can't build, it doesn't build. It leaves stroke marks. Okay, so this foundation does not build very nice. It's gone all cakey. I wouldn't say it's a medium coverage either. You can still see all my freckles, you can still see the redness, and so far I am actually not a fan. It looks good on my forehead, but that's pretty much it. I'll come in closer. It hasn't covered much. I don't know what to think. So far my first impressions aren't that great, to be honest. This is probably the first foundation I'm not in love with in this series. It kind of looks pink toned. I am yellow skin toned, so that's a bit of an issue, but okay, so I'm going to apply concealer, see how it blends. I'm going to apply the Maybelline Fit Me. Okay, so I'm going to blend it with a sponge. So the concealer blended quite nicely with the foundation. So like I said, I'm only going to powder this half of my face. I'm going to take a big fluffy powder brush with the Rimmel Stay Matte and powder this up. Okay, so that's completely mattified it, and fair play, it looks very cakey. This side looks so much better. I think it applies nicer with the primer, and the powder just made it look even more cakey. I think it's the primer. I think you need a primer. My skin doesn't really like having foundation directly on my skin, I've found, and also I preferred it with the brush, so that's a change. So far it's I'm in the middle. I'll see when I come back in a few hours, see how it's looking. Again, I wouldn't say it's a really glowy foundation that I thought it was going to be. It is now 9:30 in the morning, or 9:36 to be precise, and I will come back around lunchtime to show you how it looks. Again, this is the powder side and then this is the primer side, but yeah, I'll come back in a few hours to check on it. Okay, so it's been a few hours now. It is now 1:20 in the afternoon. Like I said in the first part of this video, when I was applying it. This side looks cakey. It's like clung to dry patches on my nose, believe it or not, even though it's a glowy hydrating foundation. I feel like it's clung to dry patches. This side looks great, it looks smooth, it is starting to get a little bit shiny on my forehead, but that's expected because I do have an oily T-zone. It's not over exaggerating my pores, they look fine, and yeah, I wouldn't say it's the best coverage, but it does look good on this side. I think it's down to having no primer because I felt like it went on much more of a smooth look on the prime side. So because I didn't prime this side, that's why I think it's gone a little bit cakey, so bear that in mind. Pretty much it for now. Like I said, all I got to say is that this side's looking a little bit cakey around my nose area where I get dry patches, and a little bit of oils come in, not dramatically, but yeah. I'll come in closer. I hope you can see the dry patch on my nose by here. That's like really the only criticism I got to say, so I will come back much later on to check the foundation and see if it looks any better or any worse. So keep on watching. It is 12 minutes past 9 now, it's the last check-in. I do feel like I need to take my makeup off now. I am one to take my makeup off quite early, but for you guys I keep it on longer obviously to test the longevity of the foundation. So when I applied this foundation I wasn't in love with it because it just caked up, and I don't know. I can say now it is definitely oily on my skin. It's completely gone on my chin and on my nose. There is still dry patches on my nose around this area. If I went like this, it transfers a lot. It transfers more on the powdered side than the prime side, which is strange. But yeah, it's much more oily on the prime side than the powdered side because obviously the powder helped to mattify it a little bit, and because it's a glowy foundation and I have oily combination skin, it obviously has brought out my oils, so bear that in mind. So my overall thoughts on this foundation is I would probably only wear this for like if I'm rushing out the door and don't know what to wear. I'll have to test it out a few more times, but I didn't exactly like the coverage or the finish, so this is probably the first one I'm actually thinking I don't particularly like. I don't hate it because I've only tried it once. This is like the first time I'm trying it, so I will have to use it a few more times and obviously let you guys know. So make sure you follow my Instagram, it will be at the end of the video, and also my Twitter. Please head over to both of them and give me a follow for support, it would mean the world to me. And yeah, I probably wouldn't recommend this for oily skin. No, I wouldn't. That is my final thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, give it a massive thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of the days and 10 days of foundation. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for another review / first impression. Bye guys. I love you too, bye.